Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive with Root Talks AI edition.
Yeah.
We're really excited to have you here again.
Yeah.
Um, so, as always, we're taking your sources,
Yeah.
turning them into those like actionable insights you need for your freelance journey.
Yeah.
And today we're diving into something I think a lot of people are going to be interested in, and that is how to gradually increase your rates as a freelancer.
Ooh, a popular one.
Yeah.
Essential topic.
It is. It is. And we're basing it on the guide, Gradual Growth, How to Raise Your Freelance Rates as You Level Up. Now, it's not just about making more money, right?
Right.
But it really is about building that confidence. It's about attracting the right clients, the ones that you want to work with. And it's really about like showing your true value in the marketplace.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's a process. It's not just like this overnight thing.
Yeah.
And the source that we're diving into really emphasizes like you have to lay the groundwork before you even think about asking for more.
Okay, so what kind of groundwork are we talking about here? Because I think a lot of freelancers, they're ready. They're like, oh, I need to charge more.
Mm-hmm.
But what are the things that we need to have in place before we even start that conversation?
It's kind of like leveling up in a video game.
I like that.
You wouldn't just go straight to the final boss. Like, you've got to build your skills along the way.
Right.
Same with freelancing. You've got to, level up your skills, gain some experience.
So continuous learning is key. And actually, the source even mentions this, like these platforms, Coursera, LinkedIn Learning, Udemy, all those really great ones.
Yeah.
But it's got to be more than just taking courses, right? Like you have to actually be able to apply that.
Totally. It's about, you take those courses, you build up your skills, and then you can actually, apply those skills, deliver like really high quality work. Consistently.
Yeah.
And that's when you can start justifying like, hey, I'm worth more,
Reliability, meeting deadlines, like all of those things actually play into it.
For sure.
And it kind of goes hand in hand with the source talking about a strong portfolio.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, if you're a client and you're looking for, let's say, a web designer,
Okay.
do you want someone that just has like a resume? Or do you want to see the websites they've created?
Yeah, give me the visuals.
Exactly. And so that's the other piece of it, like building that portfolio. And that's such a great way to show like, hey, I deserve to be paid more.
Yeah.
You can show your past projects. You can show your growth.
It's like that visual testament.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got the skills, you've got that experience, we're building that portfolio. Now comes the part that I think makes everyone just a little nervous. And that's like figuring out what to charge. Because the source really, really emphasizes knowing your worth.
Yes, absolutely. Like, stop underselling yourself. Like there are resources out there to figure out what you're really worth.
And the source mentions some really like practical ones, right? They're like, hey, go on freelance marketplace. Like, well, Root Creator itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. You can kind of get a gauge of like, okay, people who are offering services similar to mine, what are they charging?
Yeah. You can see what other people are charging. What's the going rate? So you're not just guessing,
That takes away some of the scariness.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the source also says, check out industry reports.
Yeah. Great idea.
I mean, that's not something that I would have necessarily thought of right away.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so we can actually see what clients are willing to pay, especially if you have a really specific niche.
Totally, yeah. Like, if you're specialized, the reports can help you understand that, what people are willing to pay for that niche skill.
Yeah. And that reminds me that the source talks about how specialization can be a huge advantage when you are thinking about pricing.
Oh, yeah. Huge. Because it's not just about being good. It's about being like the best at what you do.
The go-to person.
Exactly. It's like, would you pay more for a general doctor or like a heart surgeon?
Oh, a heart surgeon every time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what specialization can do for you.
And don't forget the testimonials.
Oh, the testimonials.
That's what proof is everything.
Yeah. I mean, because if you have other people saying that you're great at what you do,
That's powerful.
that's powerful, right? And so, when you're negotiating your rates, you can be like, look, everyone loves me.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so we've honed our skills, we've built our portfolio, we've done our research, we know what we're worth. But now we actually have to raise those rates.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, that can be a little scary.
Yeah. But the source suggests starting with like small increases, like incremental.
Sure.
It's much better than like suddenly being like, my rates are double,
Right.
So it's kind of like getting used to warmer temperatures gradually.
I see, I see. Okay, so we're not giving our clients sticker shock. We're slowly introducing them to, hey, this is what I'm worth now.
Right, yeah, like easing them in.
And what about new clients?
Oh, new clients? Clean slate? You can just, boom, start with your new rate.
I like that.
No baggage.
And the source actually even gives like kind of a script for telling those existing clients, something like, as of this date, my rates will increase to reflect the quality and value of my services.
Simple, professional, gets the point across.
It does.
Good place to start.
It feels like something I could actually use. Now, this is where it gets interesting because the source talks about actually offering more value. It's not just about, okay, I'm raising my rates, but you're actually giving them more reasons to want to work with you.
For sure. You're not just like taking more money. You're saying, hey, I'm going to give you even better results.
Yeah.
And the source has some great examples like faster turnaround times, maybe some extra services, just better communication.
I was going to say communication is huge.
That's huge, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I think like a tool, Route Creator, comes in. Remember we talked about that invoicing feature?
It's like a professional invoice. It makes you look like a pro.
I mean, you're not just working from your couch.
Exactly.
Right. It's like you're a serious business.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what attracts those premium clients.
So it's all about perception, right?
Yeah. If they see that you're organized, that you're professional,
And they see that value.
they're willing to pay for it.
Okay, so we've talked about preparing, we've talked about researching, and then gradually increasing our rates, offering that extra value. But let's be real, even with all of that, raising rates, it can still feel scary. What if a client pushes back? Or, what if we lose clients?
I mean, yeah, those are valid fears.
Yeah.
And the source acknowledges that.
Mm-hmm.
But they also have a solution. Communication. Just be upfront and honest about your rates.
So it's not just about like, here's the number.
No.
Right. We have to explain the reasoning behind it.
Right. Talk about your experience, show them the results you've gotten for other clients, and don't be afraid to use like numbers and data.
If you've helped someone increase their website traffic by like 50%, yeah, shout it from the rooftops,
Right.
But also be prepared to negotiate, be flexible.
Because it is a conversation.
Exactly. It's a back and forth. But the key is know your worth. Don't undervalue yourself.
And that's where having like a variety of clients can be so helpful.
Yeah, for sure. Like a diverse client base.
Because if one's not willing to pay, you've got others who are.
Exactly. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
And that's where I think, again, a platform like Route Creator can be so, so helpful.
Oh, for sure. I mean, platforms like that can help you find those high-quality clients.
Who are looking for exactly what you offer.
Exactly. It's like having a whole team of people supporting you, helping you reach your full potential. And speaking of reaching your full potential, the source also talks about treating your freelance work like a business, like a real business.
So track your finances.
Yeah.
See how things are going.
Yeah, track everything. See what's working, what's not working. And you know what? Root Creator's invoicing system, that can help you with that too.
Right. Keeps you organized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can see, okay, am I getting paid on time? Are there any invoices that are overdue? Keep it professional.
It's about taking control of your business.
Exactly.
And wouldn't you know it, every time you raise your rates, that's like a little celebration.
Absolutely. Celebrate those wins.
You're like, hey, I did it. I'm worth it.
Exactly. It's like a reward for all your hard work and dedication.
I love that.
Yeah.
And, we've covered a lot here. I mean, everything from like, really honing in on your skills to building that diverse client base. But this source, Gradual Growth, I mean, it is packed with practical advice.
Yeah, it's really great for freelancers at every stage of their journey. No matter where you are in your freelance career, there's something in there for you.
And, before we move on, I really want to reiterate this point. Celebrate your progress. Because every time you raise your rates, that is a step towards building the freelance lifestyle that you've been wanting.
Absolutely. It's about going from just like surviving as a freelancer to thriving. Right. And with the right tools and the right mindset, there's no limit to what you can achieve.
I completely agree. And speaking of the right tools,
Root Creator can be a game changer. It really can. It empowers freelancers to take control,
one thing that I keep coming back to with this whole conversation is it's so much more than just like seeing more money in your bank account.
It really is.
It's like this ripple effect that touches everything in your freelance business.
Totally.
So you raise your rates and you're attracting a different type of client.
Exactly. A higher caliber of client.
Yeah.
When you raise your rates, you kind of filter out those clients that are just looking for like the cheapest option.
Right.
And then you start attracting the ones who really value what you bring to the table.
They value that quality and they value that expertise.
Yeah.
And that can honestly have a huge impact on work-life balance, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I mean, when you're working with higher paying clients, you can potentially, take on fewer projects and make the same amount or even more.
Right.
So you can be more selective
Yeah.
about the projects you take on and really prioritize the ones that you love, that you're
Right.
passionate about.
So it's working smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Which I think is something that we all want to do.
For sure, and then you have that extra time and flexibility to maybe learn new skills, take some time off.
Or explore other opportunities.
Yeah. It's about creating that sustainable lifestyle
Yeah.
that, fulfills you, where
Mhm.
you're not constantly chasing the next gig.
Right.
You're building a business.
Yeah. A real business.
That's right.
And, you can't forget that confidence boost that comes with knowing your worth
Oh, yeah. Huge.
and actually being compensated accordingly.
Totally. Confidence is so important. Like when you're confident, it's easier to negotiate.
Just those boundaries.
Yes, set those boundaries and
Yeah.
attract those clients that are the right fit.
When you believe in yourself,
It shows.
it does. It really does.
And then the clients, they feel that confidence too, and they're more willing to work with you.
I think it's so fascinating because it's almost like the more you value your work,
Yes.
the more other people will value it.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy,
It is.
So this conversation, it's not just about rates, right? It's about combining that strategic pricing with continuous learning, delivering amazing work, and building those strong client relationships.
And really like approaching your freelance work with a sense of professionalism
Yes.
and confidence.
And really understanding your worth,
Yes.
And remember, platforms like Root Creator, they're there to support you.
Every step of the way.
Yeah. Whether it's finding clients, managing your money, they've got the tools and resources to help you thrive.
So to kind of wrap this all up, let's recap some of the key things from gradual growth,
Okay.
right? We started with lay that strong foundation, hone those skills, consistently deliver great work, build that portfolio.
Showcase your talents. Show them what you can do.
Right. Make them want to work with you.
Exactly.
Then we talked about, understand your market value.
Yeah. Do your research.
Right. What are others charging? What makes you unique? What makes you valuable?
What's that special sauce that you bring?
And don't be afraid to ask for what you deserve.
Yes. Know your worth.
Right. And then when it comes to actually raising those rates,
Yeah.
start small, those incremental increases.
Make it a smooth transition for everybody.
And of course, offer more value.
Always be exceeding those expectations.
Give them a reason.
Yes, and we talked about those tangible things, faster turnaround times, maybe some extra services.
Communication.
Communication, yes.
Right.
Super important. And we can't forget about using those tools like, Root Creator's invoicing feature.
To really make it professional.
Make it look slick, make it look polished.
Yeah. Enhance that
It
professionalism.
makes a difference.
It does.
And then that last piece, what if a client pushes back?
What do we do?
Communicate. Just talk to them. Be honest and upfront about your rates.
And be ready for that negotiation.
Be flexible. But again, know your worth.
Know your...
Don't undervalue yourself.
This has been honestly such an insightful
It has.
and empowering deep dive.
For sure. I feel like we've gone beyond just rates,
We have. We've talked about building a fulfilling, successful freelance career.
It all comes back to that, Gradual growth.
Yeah.
Taking small steps, constantly improving, knowing your worth.
And remember, you don't have to do it alone.
Yeah.
Platforms like Root Creator are there for you.
So if you haven't already, go check out Root Creator at www.ruthq.africa.
It can be a game changer.
For real.
One thing I find really interesting about this whole journey of increasing your rates is it's almost like this self-discovery process as a freelancer.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Because you're not just figuring out pricing, you're defining your niche.
Right. You're figuring out, what services do I really want to offer?
What makes you stand out.
Exactly. And you're leveling up not just your skills,
Right.
but also, how you run your business.
Yeah. And each rate increase, it's like this marker.
Like a milestone.
Yeah.
It shows how far you've come and how much more value you're able to give.
I bet that feels really good. Yeah, it's like that feeling of I'm actually building something here.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you're moving away from that, feast or famine cycle that so many freelancers deal with.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
It's consistent. And wouldn't you say it's almost like you're finding that sweet spot where, you're passionate about the work you do, it has purpose, and you're actually making money?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the dream, right?
That's the dream.
Yeah.
This has been such a practical and inspiring deep dive. I feel like we've gone way beyond rates here. We've talked about what it means to build a fulfilling and successful freelance career.
And, it all comes back to that core idea of gradual growth, right? Taking those steps, always improving, and knowing what you're worth.
And remembering that, you don't have to do it alone. You've got platforms like Root Creator that offer those tools, the resources, the community that can really make a difference.
So if you haven't already, seriously, go check it out. www.ruthq.africa.
It can be a total game changer, especially for freelancers at any stage.
Yeah, for real.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive on raising your freelance rates. But we want to hear from you. What were your biggest takeaways? What resonated with you? What are you struggling with?
Share your experiences, your insights, your challenges. We'd love to hear it all.
Because at the end of the day, remember, you have the power to shape your own freelance journey. Go out there, level up, and build the career you've always wanted. Until next time.